Adam, this is a metaphor. I mean, you make a very good point. Isn't there a wider issue here that lockdowns and wearing masks is really about big brother government seeking to control individual behaviour? Do they think we're so stupid and useless that we can't look after our own health?
Well, look, I certainly worry that's the case. I mean, for instance, with masks, I mean, it was very clear up until this year that there was no strong scientific evidence from the wearing of masks.
Correct.
And suddenly now it's compulsory, or at least soon will be. And you know, what I worry so much is that once mask wearing is in place, when is it going to come off? Which leader is going to say, all right, let's take them off now, and then there's a risk of an outbreak? It's not going to happen. So we could well be in masks, you know, on pain of being fined $500 for 12 months over something that's not really a threat to 99% of people.
Absolutely. You're dead right. I quoted Professor Ian Fraser, who said they might be OK if you've got the coronavirus. They're not much use to you if you haven't. Look, you've quoted a research note by the Chicago investment firm David Capital Partners, which declared bias in news reporting was their word astonishing, and I quote, "Our most trusted media outlets have resorted to the yellow journalism of a century ago, printing hyperbolic and misleading headlines in search of clicks and eyeballs. You say, Adam Creighton, much of the media have ignored studies and experts who question the catastrophe and the proportionality of responses." This is the point, isn't it? They only listen to the experts that suit them.
No, look, that's most certainly true. It's only people like you and me that have been talking about the other experts. It's very sad. And, you know, when we ponder why this huge overreaction, of course, it's not just the fact that we're a lot richer in a sense that we can afford to be more wasteful. It's also the media has brainwashed people and scared people so much, and they don't understand the real reality. And so it's not just the lockdowns, it's also the media, and social media in particular. Yeah. So there are a number of reasons.
Why aren't we told, for example, Adam, how old the people are who die? Why aren't we told whether they had a precondition?
No, you'll notice it's often left out. It's often left out in news reports because it's embarrassing. The journalists know it's embarrassing and it basically undermines the story.
How many have recovered?
They don't want to know that.
We're not told that the death rates have collapsed.
No, they're most certainly not. I mean, people keep talking about Florida and Texas as if it's some sort of disaster. It's simply not. I mean, sure, there are more infections, but the people infected are in their 30s and 40s and they're not even going to hospital. And it's also wrong that the system's overwhelmed. It's not overwhelmed either. So there's just so many falsehoods out there that are causing so much damage to so many businesses.
Adam, we'll leave on just one stat, which I've said already, but I think we've got to say it again. It's 128 days since Scott Morrison made that speech on a Sunday, March 15. 128 days. 126 people have died. That's not even one a day. 440 people die every day in Australia. I mean, when are we going to get some perspective, Adam?
Well, let's hope so soon. Otherwise, especially young people are going to suffer very, very greatly because the burden of this is all going to fall on them. I wish they'd wake up and realise and, you know, basically get off Twitter and stop reading all the rubbish.
Absolutely. And, of course, today we learnt that the money, I won't go to talk to you about this tonight, the money keeps pouring out. JobKeeper will continue until March next year. Goes right out to 2021. 5 million Australians on payments from JobKeeper and JobSeeker. Adam, you're smart. I hope you've got some answers because I'm not too sure many have. But thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you.